Well, after a thrilling comeback in the last round of the Europa League against KRC Genk, we now find ourselves in the last 16 of Europe's secondary competition. Doesn't matter, it's still a nice European run for us, but even though we've been drawn against Galatasaray for this round, the defensive cracks are still starting to show even more. Hello and welcome back to my FM24 save with Everton, episode 15. My name is Craig, and coming up on today's episode it is the Europa League round of 16 first and second leg against Galatasaray. Still debating in my head how far we can actually go, but you know what, we're just enjoying this European run for what it is. And if you are enjoying the European run as well, make sure that you hit the like button down below and smash the big red subscribe button. You never know. We need all the luck that we can get in order to, well, see how far we can go. Winning the tournaments, it feels like a stretch, but then again, there's not many big teams left in the tournament. Let's just have a quick look. Borussia Mönchengladbach, although they're 3-0 down after the first leg. Aston Villa, Napoli, we've already beaten Napoli actually. Villa would be a major threat. Galatasaray we're playing now. PSV, who have beaten us in the league phase, and of course Bayer Leverkusen and Monaco. Okay, there's still a few decent teams in here. You would fancy us to beat a lot of them. Maybe not Villa, considering our form in the league this season. And speaking of which, we have played a handful of games since you were last with me. Since that 7-1 drubbing of Genk in the second leg in the last round. Yeah, we lost to Brighton and Arsenal in the league. But we did beat Brighton in the FA Cup, so we're into the quarterfinals. So apparently a rerun of the FA Cup is on. I mean, probably not. We've got Liverpool in the quarterfinals. I'm not going to bring it back for that. So if we happen to make like an FA Cup final again, I will obviously bring the series back for that. But who knows? I know we beat Liverpool 3-0 away at Anfield, but that felt like such a fluke. It really, really did. So I'll let you know what happens in the next episodes, because we'll at least come back towards the end of the season. But for now, the main thing that I can finally say, we actually have players who have got more than 10 goals this season. Simeone, he already had more than 10, but now Thomas Lemar and Xerxes, both on 11 goals this season. Unfortunately, Lemar, though, will be out. Oh, he's coming back tomorrow. He will miss the first leg, so hopefully he'll be back for the second leg, which is going to be away. We are home, first of all. But other than that, I think everyone else is actually fit for the moment. Yeah, so Thomas Lemar, at the moment, is the only player injured, and I would like that to continue being the case. So, let's go through the first 11. Oh, hang on. Why is Xerxes in midfield? Hold up. Why are you... So Simeone is still showing as still getting fit. So McNeil's not going to play in central midfield. Where is... Not Onana. There was another one who played there. Garner. And Garner's been playing there recently, so he can continue doing that. That must be just a tired thing. I did the quick pick a few days ago. I must have not done it again. A lot of players on a heavy match load, so I'm going to be keeping an eye on that. But here are the 11 that we're going to be sending out for the first leg. Bijlo is still in goal. A back four of Udoji, Soleil, Kalulu and Patterson, still in that inverted wing-back role. Dewsbury, Hall and Garner in midfield. Lee on the left wing. Correa on the right wing. Xerxes and Boja, the two men up front. Simeone is on the bench. He can start, but he's not got the full match fitness. So expect him to probably be starting in the second leg. Or chances are you probably see him come on in this match anyway. Especially as Boja and Xerxes, they've played a lot of games between them, which is fine. They've built up the confidence, they've built up the match fitness, but at the same time, I don't really want to wear them out, as apparently the players are not that motivated. Really? Boys, show me something good. We are at home first. It'd be nice to take a big home win with us, because on the road, we're not that convincing in Europe. Absolutely not. It is a foggy night at Goodison Park. Galatasaray are in town. Let's go and make something happen, boys. Something good, that is, because Galatasaray are the ones who are starting. It is straight from the kickoff. Never a good sign from experience, but you never know if we do win the ball back. But at the moment, they're just passing it around us because we don't know how to actually tackle. Soleil does well to win the ball. Xerxes, after a flick on from Lee, he is on the left-hand side, plays it into Kangin. Oh my God! What is with our wingers scoring bangers this season? Kangin Lee, sorry, has just scored an absolute barn burner there. Xerxes and Lee swapping roles effectively. But very, very well done. Lee cuts inside, launches an effort that you would actually bet on the keeper saving as it was at his near post. But I think he got blindsided by his own defender. Absolutely fine. That was amazing. First shot, 1 goal. And actually, we got a goal from a kickoff highlight. That doesn't happen very often for me, I'm not going to lie. Ghana into Soleil. Back to Ghana. Oh my God, it's the day of bangers. James Garner with an absolutely beautiful effort from outside the area. And there he is. I believe he passed it in. Yep, so Soleil gets the assist. And James Garner curls a beautiful effort into the far post. I'll tell you what, the Galatasaray keeper, whose name I'm not going to mention, not having the greatest start to a game, is he? Here come Galatasaray. Like I said, I just get nervous every time a team comes forward against us because it just looks like they're going to score. I believe I've said that in the last 1 or 2 episodes. And apparently that is a corner off that. I didn't realise the goalkeeper had actually touched that. But in comes the ball and it is half cleared. It is back to a Galatasaray attacker and Bijlo does well to turn it around the post. Jekyll and Hyde is Bijlo. Of course, we saw that in the first leg against Genk in the last round. As Patterson tries to clear that, doesn't get much purchase on him. My God, can we please just clear that? Thankfully, Bijlo just gets his hands on it and the highlight ends. We've got ourselves a corner this time. Dewsbury Hall swings it in. Absolutely nobody on it. There is Correa. Oh, and Correa has just banged in another goal. Not from outside the area. Doesn't matter. Beautiful effort. And the keeper, he must be wondering what he's got to do to stop the shots. At the moment, absolutely nothing. And I absolutely love it. Oh, okay, that's why. It was heavily deflected. Right, okay, that makes a bit more sense, but still, it is a Correa goal. Highlights flowing all over the place as Bijlo plucks that out of the air. At over 6 feet tall, he should be getting to that type of ball. Udoji. Down the left-hand side now, where is Kangin? There he is, but unfortunately, he wasn't quite in place. Udoji, he just hasn't gelled into this team. Probably should have started Sessegnon, who is registered now for Europe, so would probably have been better to go with him, to be honest. I mean, is he actually on the bench? Hang on, let me just check. I believe, yes, he is. Oh, I just realised we got the ball back. There is Patterson into Boja, and that is 4-0. At Goodison Park, we absolutely love playing here. We truly love it. And I'm truly enjoying it. If Patterson did well to intercept that ball, drives... Not exactly out wide. He is still cutting inside on that inverted wing-back role that we've been putting him on for the last month or so. And it's worked an absolute treat. He is putting in better performances, which is always good to see. There is a Doji again, but this time he's just passed it into the middle. That's absolutely fine. Correa, have another shot. Ooh, why not? I mean, why not? They've been going in this whole evening. And that has resulted in another corner. Ghana to take... Who is on the near post? It's not going to be Branthwaite because he's not on. Oh, it was off the bar and Udoji at the back post. And it's, disallowed because it's Udoji. Oh, I was about to say, I've been saying he hasn't meshed with this team. And he goes and does that, but he's offside. Oh, man. It's very telling. He is on a 6.8 match rating. Yeah, it just supports my theory. He's not one of the good players in this system. He's useful. Oh my God, that's off the bar as well. And it's just uncleared. Xerxes keeps it in. Udoji plays back to Xerxes. Kangin. Oh my gosh, just pinging around everywhere. Galatasaray don't know what to do. And I absolutely love it. It is chaos in their penalty area. And I am all for it. 4-0 at half time. Let's keep that up for the second half. Just keep them inspired. I don't want to appear too greedy, but maybe if we can add 1 or 2 more goals, I'll feel a lot better about the second leg, because we do have to go to the cauldron that is Galatasaray Stadium in Turkey, which, Manchester United found out in real life, that's not easy. Absolutely not easy. So I would like us to keep a very, very big lead going into that second leg, as we got ourselves a throw in here. It's kind of going to go for a long throw in. There's no point because they're right there. Ball's been played in. There's Udogie, and Udogie finally gets his goal. It's his first goal of the season. Soleil, apparently he's 1 yellow card. It's fine. Good from the set piece here. Beautiful ball played in by Ghana, and that has been well headed in by Udogie. He did deserve a goal after his effort was chalked off earlier. As just looking at Galatasaray's right back, he's just not having a good game, is he? I would also argue their goalkeeper is also not having a good game as well. Right, we are going to make some substitutions because there are some very, very tired players. So Simeone is going to come on. Broja can go as the deep line forward. Simeone as that advanced forward. And Udogie is going to go off for Sessegnon. Decore for Dewsbury Hall. And I think for one more, we're going to take off Correa. Yeah, we'll take off Correa. Just give him a rest. As that ball was absolutely awful by, who's that? Kangin Lee. He is tired. So, tired players, obviously, are going to be giving away the ball much, much more. We know this from FM24. And did Udogie just give away a penalty before he went off? Oh, was that Udogie's last act in this match? Oh, you absolute idiot. 5-1. Wow, Mauro Icardi scoring. I mean, he's already scored, so you can just say his name. But, yeah, for goodness sake, there's a highlight from kickoff. If it results in a goal for us, I'm absolutely fine. Oh, for goodness sake, Decore, you're fresh on the pitch, man. Don't be doing this. Come on, boys. Come on. Well done, Patterson. And he just... Ref, I feel like he got clattered there. Forget him clattering anybody else. We are on a low block, so there's not much more I can actually do about that. And, oh, well done. Who was that? Decore, making up for his mistake earlier. Oh, Kangin Lee! No, don't do that. No, I can't. Oh, I can take him off. Oh, Bijlo. Right. We do need to make another substitution, I feel. It will be after this corner, and never make substitutions on corner. It's like an unwritten rule in football, isn't it? We are going to make a substitution once this highlight is over. It'll probably be a defensive one. It is still continuing. This is a very, very long highlight, and I'm not a fan of it. Come on. Let's just end this now. And I mean, actually, just end the entire match. Why not? 10 minutes early. You know what? We don't need to go any further. Oh, well turned over there. Sessegnon with the ball. That's about the 3rd time we've won the ball in this match. Kangin Lee into Simeone, and it's 6-1. And that is the rubber stamp that we so needed. I did say we needed maybe 1 or 2 more goals, and we just got it. Everton 6, Galatasaray 1. And Sessegnon did well to win the ball back. Kangin Lee with a beautiful crossing. Simeone, I was about to say the tall, high-reaching striker that he is, but he's actually not that tall. I think he's just under 6 feet. In fact, he is under 6 feet tall, but he just rises with the best of them. Patterson is knackered, so Castagno is going to come on, and he can go as an inverted wing-back on support. In fact, no, we'll just leave the rest of it alone. Don't make too many changes. That's what gets us into trouble. And that is indeed the 2 minutes are up. Only 2 minutes. I'll take that. But 6-1 is an emphatic scoreline. A great score to take to Turkey. And now hopefully hold on. Just hopefully hold on. And secure ourselves a place in the quarter-finals of the Europa League. That would be quite the story for us. Well, a 2-1 defeat away at Newcastle in the Premier League was not great preparation for the second leg in the Europa League, and that result does leave us down in 12th place, albeit still 11 points clear of the relegation zone. I still favour that we're okay. I've kind of just accepted that Everton are a mid-table Premier League side this season, while we go on a nice long European run. So you've got to sacrifice somewhere. Obviously, we had to rotate in the league because obviously we want some of our better players available. I've just realised McNeil is still showing as playing up front. He played as a deep line forward because in the last match against Newcastle, because I had to rest Xerxes and Jamie Vardy. Why am I still going to use him? But this is going to be the 11 that we are going to be sending out. In fact, where is Kalulu? It was showing that he needed to rest, but would I rather he be on? Probably. So we'll play him for this match and we'll rest him for the FA Cup match afterwards. So it's Bijlow in goal, a back four of Udogie, Solé, Kalulu, Patterson, with Dewsbury Hall, Garner in midfield, Lee, Correa on the wings, Broja and Simeone, the two men up front. So I think Simeone is the only change from the last match. I think Xerxes was the one who started up front, wasn't it? But he just needs a bit of a break. He's had a lot of games recently. And I forgot actually, in the last game, in the first leg, he should have actually rested. I made a promise to him that he was going to rest and I forgot to honour it. So now, what this is all about is... Oh, Solé! Oh, Solé got the goal! I was wondering if the keeper had actually just saved that with his hands, but... yeah, not good enough. Solé with a goal after 50 seconds? There's the initial header and Solé just reacts very, very quickly. And we are going 1-0 up on the night. 50 seconds in. Their goalkeeper still having an absolute mare. He must be having some sleepless nights over the past week, because he just could not handle any of our players in the last match. And Patterson having an effort, I would probably have wanted him to pass that. But the main thing for this match, of course, is Operation Do Not Balls This Up. That's all I care about, and I just want to see us into the quarterfinals with as minimum fuss as possible. Okay, it's been a while, but it seems that we have ourselves a highlight here now. So 2 minutes before half time, and there go. If I was the Galatasaray fans, I'd be feeling very nervous with their keeper on the ball there. Oh, Simeone should have finished that. Mert was scrambling. I don't think he would actually have got to that. It doesn't matter. We go in 1-0 up at half time, 7-1 up on aggregate. Let's just go and finish these final 45 minutes. Simeone clearly fancying some goals here today. If he bags a couple of goals, I will not be disappointed. He could probably do with them having hit a dry patch even before his injury. But regardless, there is a corner for Galatasaray, and thankfully has gone wide. Patterson has just found himself on the ball here. Dewsbury Hall over to Udogie. Play it into the middle. Don't have a shot. Oh, Broja had a shot, but it's just off the post. And I think we just got ourselves a corner. I know Patterson is on a yellow card. He is probably going to get substituted. Correa is tired. In fact, we're just going to swap him out for Lamar. And Correa tries to have a shot, but it is going to be a corner. Lamar will come on for him. That will be Correa's final action of the match. And apparently we don't even get to see that highlight anyway. Let's just make a few substitutions, because I know Patterson, I want him to be one of them. Patterson's going to come off for Castagna. And Dewsbury Hall off for Ducore. And I think we'll make one more. So it's going to be Simeone. He will go off for Xerxes and just swap him and Broja around. That should do. We've got one more substitute left. I always leave it till roughly the final 10 minutes at least. You just always got to cover yourself just in case of any injuries, etc. So it's always worth doing that. So we're just going to give a shout, give a praise to some of the boys. A few minutes left, and I will meet you at the end of the match. I don't think you really need to see this. I'm just going to do the game management stuff. Yeah, no great drama to end. No extra highlights, no extra goals. Not great from a YouTube video standpoint, but absolutely fantastic for me and for Everton. We are into the quarterfinals of the Europa League. Who else made it as well? You've got Athletic Bilbao are in, Bayer Leverkusen knocked out Monaco, and Young Boys knocked PSV out. Wow, that was big. Right, so we know about those 4. Aston Villa are out to Napoli. That's big. So we are the only English representative left in the Europa League. And Fiorentina knocked out Gladbach. Gladbach were 3-0 down after the first leg, and Fiorentina just absolutely held on. Fenerbahce beat Ludogorets, and Nice have beaten AEK. Actually, PSV and AEK are 2 teams who actually did beat us with the league phase, so I'm glad they're out. We've got £1.02 million, and Kalulu is going to be rested for the next match. That's the FA Cup game. Fine, whatever. All eyes are on the Europa League quarter-finals. I don't know when the draw is, so that'll be a nice little surprise for you in the next episode. If you have enjoyed this episode, make sure that you hit the like button down below and smash the big red subscribe button so you don't miss our continuing European adventure. Thank you all so much for watching, and thank you all so much for your support on the series so far, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next episode.